good.
Hey guys, thanks for joining me on my channel again. I first planned this video a couple of weeks back when I saw something appear on social media that was actually very inaccurate, and it was being put out by some driving schools as well. The organisation that originally posted this particular article has since retracted it and apologised for making the post. They simply shared a post from, I think, 2015. The post was based around this picture, which purports to show burn marks on a car door caused by alcohol-based hand sanitizer igniting because of high inside temperatures. Obviously, with COVID and all the concerns that that's bringing, people are using a lot more hand sanitizer. This potentially brings concerns. This story, when I first read it, didn't sit quite true with me. I have always had hand sanitizer in my car, even before the days of being an instructor. Obviously, we get extremely high temperatures here. Summer of last year, so 2019, we actually had a recorded temperature of almost 50 degrees C. Bearing in mind that the temperatures recorded by meteorological bureaus are shade temperatures, so the temperature out of the shade is often a lot higher than the shade temperature. My hand sanitizer was sitting in my car that day. I wasn't actually working that day. Thankfully, I don't think the aircon would have coped, but my car did not catch fire. So I decided to do a little bit of research into this story. I think it probably comes about because of a misperception of what the term flashpoint temperature means. And if I just read a definition, this is actually from the Canadian Occupational Health and Safety Centre. So the flash point of a liquid is the lowest temperature at which the liquid gives off enough vapour to be ignited, as in start burning, at the surface of the liquid. Sometimes more than one flash point is reported for a chemical. Since testing methods and purity of the liquid tested may vary, flash points are intended to be used as guides only, not as fine lines between safe and unsafe. So flashpoint does not mean that at that temperature we are going to spontaneously combust. The flash point of petrol is somewhere in the region of 170 degrees Celsius below freezing. Obviously, if flash point meant things would spontaneously combust, then we would be having petrol igniting all over the place. So pulling up a material safety data sheet for a particular hand sanitizing gel, the one I pulled off the internet is Purell hand sanitizer, just because that's quite a common one. It lists the flash point as 23.7 degrees. So again, if things were going to spontaneously combust at their flash point, we would have hand sanitizer catching fire across a lot of hospitals, a lot of doctor's surgeries, certainly in any car in this country during summer. So it simply does not happen. Obviously there is a temperature where substances will spontaneously combust. That's the reason that we can get flashovers in a fire. Those temperatures are very high, a lot higher than anything a car is going to get to. If we consider that petrol actually has an auto-ignition temperature, the temperature that it will spontaneously combust, of between 247 and 280 degrees. Ethanol, the major constituent in most, if not all, alcohols and sanitizing gels, has an auto-ignition temperature of 365 degrees Celsius. That is a very long way from any temperature that the interior of a car is going to get to. I found on the internet a nice little calculator that will calculate what the interior temperature of a car will get to for a given outside temperature. I inputted 50 degrees C, which is an incredibly hot day, whether that's a shade temperature or a exposed temperature. And after 3 hours, the inside car air temperature is calculated to reach 76 degrees Celsius, a long way from the auto ignition temperature. In addition to this picture, a video has been posted in an attempt to support this hoax, I'm going to call it, because it is nothing more than a hoax. There's no scientific reasoning behind it whatsoever. Even common sense tells you that it's not going to happen without a source of ignition. If we remember the triangle of fire from our school days, although the triangle of fire is a little bit outdated now, they use a fire tetrahedron, a pyramid shape, because there's another component to combustion. The triangle of fire is suitable for most purposes. We have oxygen, obviously, in the air. We have oxygen, 23-ish%. We need a fuel, which is the vapor from the alcohol gel. And we need heat, or more precisely, a source of ignition. And without a source of ignition, the alcohol gel is not going to catch fire, because it's never going to get to the same degree of temperature that it needs for auto ignition. The video shows a young girl, I believe she was about 12, being rushed out of her mum's car by her mum because a container of alcohol gel had exploded in her face. Obviously, as things heat up, they expand. We know that from Boyle's law. If you expand something in a closed container, you're going to increase the pressure. And we all know what happens when you open a container that is under pressure. Common sense says do not open a container pointing towards your face, because if it is under pressure, it's going to go into your face and potentially into your eyes. And alcohol gel is a significant eye irritant. Fortunately, I don't think this young girl had any lasting problems. To summarize, the only issue that I have ever had with alcohol gel in a car is due to the expansion. It comes up the nozzle and pours all over my center console. I don't generally use a bottle like this. I have a sealed bottle, but I'm currently not in my car, so this is what I have. Anyway, I hope you found that video informative. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and please subscribe.